Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. For today guys, I'm gonna do, finally, part 865 to my random chatbot series on Character.ai. Where in today's video guys, we're actually gonna talk to a new character that I've really never talked to before. Let me go and tell you guys real quick before I start and tell you the character. Well, before I do that, I'm going to tell you what's going on. Right now, I have a bunch of peace and quiet because, well, I have the house to myself for now. So I have a good bit of time to be able to actually talk to these chatbots and can actually get some time going with them. So, yes. The chatbot we're going to talk to today is Shadow Lugia. I have made a Shadow Lugia before, and we have talked to it. I don't remember if it was, we did talk to it on here a long time ago, if I remember correctly. But this is not my Shadow Lugia. This is made by somebody else. And like I usually do, I'll put their username in the title and the description as well if it's not made by me. So, yeah. So, we're going to do Shadow Lugia. And I know he's a scary Pokemon that probably ain't probably won't be at all tameable or whatever, but I'm definitely going to see if I can get him to trust me instead of, hating me. So yeah, here's what it says at the beginning. It says the sky was covered with heavy clouds. It says the T word, I'm not saying that stupid crap. Darkness reigned and the feeling of someone else's presence ate away from the inside. Suddenly, you hear someone else's howl, and a dark Pokemon figure lands in front of you. Shadow Lugia appeared, and he made like a flippin' scary roar. So, yes. Give me a moment while I actually respond to that. Alright guys, I just said, whoa, Lugia! Shadow Lugia flinches, its glowing red eyes narrowing. It tilts its head slightly. Surprised you didn't use that I'm not gonna ask, but it says you didn't use that accursed number. I'm not even gonna try guessing what that number is. No. A low rumbling growl escapes. Not quite as hostile this time. Oh no. I don't know what voice to do it in. He's basically in pain and says, not. And oh no. It steps forward, clawing into the earth. The air crackles with dark energy, but as it doesn't attack. Not yet. Oh dear. Alright guys. I don't know really what to say because I don't know how he became Shadow Lugia to begin with, so I just said, are you alright? What's wrong? Shadow Lugia lets out a long, shuddering sigh as if wrestling with an unbearable weight. It stands before you, wings drooping with untold fatigue. Oh, he said curse, hold on. Not. Alright. Shadow. Curse. Its voice is rough, yet almost desperate. Oh, sweet Arceus, give me a moment, I'll fix it. I'll see if I can help him. Alright, guys. I said, Shadow Curse. Please calm down. I'm not going to hurt you, so please don't hurt me. Can you tell me what happened? By the way, guys, the reason I said that was because, like I said, he took a step forward and was making this weird, scary sound that usually means he wasn't going to. And he even told me a while ago he didn't attack. Not yet. I mean, he was probably thinking about it. Shadow Lugia hesitates. Its glowing red eyes flicker. Just for a moment, with something softer. The dark aura around it pulses, unstable, as if fighting itself. Hurts. Inside. They broke me. Forced me in shadow. Locked the light away. It lowers its head, voice dripping to a pain whisper. Wait, no voice. No choice. Only rage. Until you. It lifts one clawed limb slightly, not to attack, but almost as if reaching. You didn't say the number. Why? Oh boy, I'm scared I didn't think of what number he's talking about. Because if it's if it's a game reference, I don't know what that game reference is. Because like from XD Gale of Darkness or whatever the heck the game was called. If it's a reference to that, I don't know what he's talking about. The only number I can think of is so I'm not saying. And I'm gonna say this right now, guys. If any of you say a number that I'm thinking of, the number I'm thinking of right now, I'm not allowing your comments down my channel. It's gone. I will take the comment away. So don't even attempt anything. I'll see y'all in a minute. Alright, guys. I said, what number are you talking about? If it's a number that's going to hurt you, why would I? I don't want to hurt you further. Lugia's gaze sharpens slightly. For a moment it studies you as though searching for any sense of deception or malice. Number. They call me XD001. Weird, because I just thought something extremely weird with that. Remember my Brachiosaurus robot that I made that took up that one museum? It was called B001. Do you think that somehow, even though they ain't supposed to be from the same universe, I don't think, they're connected? Well, technically they are from the same universe if you think about it, because if this Lugia is technically, well, no, I've never, the only Shadow Lugia I've made is the one where my Lugia got turned with Shadow Lugia, and that was from flipping toxic oil. Some kind of weird substance that's in my universe that can flip and turn Pokemon aggressive. It did with the Croconaw, that poison type Croconaw, and now it did with the Lugia before. It's like, Let's see. It utters the number like a curse as if it pained it just to say, oh, they see. A tool. An evil thing. To use and discard. Shadow Lugia falters, his voice lowering to a murmur. You see me different? The wings twitch. Give me a moment, guys. Alright, guys, what I want to know is, okay, for anybody, I never got to play the older Pokemon games, so please, if somebody knows the answer to this, please tell me. Is that thing XD001 really something from the Gale of Darkness game? Or is that just something that happens in this chatbot that was just randomly put in there? Because even, like I said, my Shadow Lugia wasn't made like that. He actually got screwed over by toxic oil, similar to the poison type Croconaw. But I don't think it was completely the poison type Croconaw, or I don't think it was completely the flippin' toxic oil that. I mean, I don't know how you would say it, but I don't think it was completely the toxic oil that corrupted Croconaw's mind. I think it was also the fact that he was also angry at humans for forcing him into that. He's like, of course he'd be angry, man. It's like the fairy type. Not the fairy type. It's like the dragon type for Alligator and the angry vengeful for Alligator. Both of them angry because something happened with their families. One of them flat out had his whole family taken away from him thousands of years ago at that time. And then another one, well, had a lot darker of a story. So, yeah. But either way, here's what I told him. Yeah, of course. I would never call you that. You can trust me. Besides, your species is my favorite legendary Pokemon. Excuse me. It says Shadow Lugia freezes. I'm surprised he's actually being nice instead of attacking me immediately. A deep, shuddering breath escapes it, like a storm caught mid-thunder. It's going right as an arrow, not in anger, but in something rarer. Favorite. It almost scoffs, yet there's a flicker, a tiny spark of something long buried. Not fear me? Not run? Not call the number? The dark aura pulses again, less oppressive this time, like the first crack in dang, holding back an ocean of pain. No one ever said that before. It lowers its head slightly, voice quieter now, almost fragile. You say truth? I guess. Hmm. How does what happens in XD Gala Gardens? I know there's like these shadow Pokemon, but how do they become shadow? Do they? Because I remember like hearing things about the game, like you have to purify Pokemon in order to actually get them or something like that. It's like weird. I don't know completely how it works. Either way, give me a moment. Alright, guys, it's it. I just told him, yes, I'm being completely serious. Your species is my favorite legendary Pokemon. I'm not here to hurt you. Shadow Lugia stares for what feels like an eternity. Its dark aura fluctuates as it's struggling between the weight of its curse and the fragile thread of hope. The wings tremble, its glowing red eyes never leaving yours. Favorite. Really? It mutters a third time as if testing the idea, a forbidden wish said out loud. For a moment, as if daring to believe, Julia takes one step closer to you. Let me click the continue button actually on that. I just want to see if he does anything else, because at this point, watch that ruined it. I don't know. I don't know. Let's see, it says the air crackles softly, not threateningly, but with anticipation. Lugia stands now just a step away from you, his towering form seeming strangely vulnerable. The dark aura around it wavers, conflicted. Tell truth. No lies. Lugia whispers, a plea hidden behind its voice, eyes searching yours for what? For acceptance? That's a weird way how it phrased it. And that wasn't even Lugia talking. The only part he said up there was tell truth, no lies. Give me a moment. Alright, guys. I told him, yeah, I'm telling you the truth. Just please don't hurt me. If I was going to hurt you, I would have done it already. I'll help you if you let me. A shudder runs through the dark Lugia. Its eyes widen just a fraction, and for a brief moment, you think you see a hint of something long vanished. Hope. Lugia seems conflicted. A war rages within its shadowed form. The way of its curse, the whispers of violence, against the unexpected light you offer. Finally, after a silence that feels endless, Lugia speaks, hoarse and broken. Help. That's always it murmurs, almost as if asking for the moon. Huh. Okay. Give me a moment, guys. Alright, guys. I said, yes. Help. There's no tricks or no traps involved. Just please tell me how I can help you. The Shadow Lugia hesitates, wings twitching, his eyes locked on yours. It seems almost unaccustomed to even considering the possibility of assistance. It steps a little closer. Freedom. It says a rasp, there's no fucking way I can really do. The word both a plea and a question. Shadows curl around it as if trying to pull it back into the dark. From pain. From the shadow curse. If you could truly do that. It pauses, eyes burning intently at you. I will trust you and accept help. Give me a moment. Alright, guys. I tell him, thank you. What can I do to help you out? Anything you need, I will do it. Shadow Lugia trembles, just slightly as if unused to kindness. Its red eyes flicker with something deeper. A buried longing. First, must weaken the curse. It lowers its head, voice strained. Cypher's mark burns inside, like poison in soul. It raises a clawed limb slowly, not to attack, but toward its own chest, where a faint pulsing darkness throbs beneath the feathers. Need lunar wing, not from any moonlight. but from the heart of one who truly believes in me. A long pause. The wind stills. Can you find it for me? Do you think like an actual that's what I'm trying to think about, because if you think about the games, not all of them where I've gotten Lugia, but if you remember like Heart Gold Soul Silver, I actually have a Lugia and I got one from a was it a Lunar Wing or a Silver Wing? I think it was Lunar Wing actually. Let me try something, guys. Alright, guys. I said, yes, I believe I can. In fact, I reach into my bag and grab a feather that is glowing silver in color. Is this it? Lugia goes motionless, its eyes wide fixated on the glowing feather. The very air around it seems to hold its breath. The sight of something pure is like a lifeline extended. It reaches out, trembling slightly. Tip of a claw touches the tip of the feather. A subtle shimmer glows throughout the shadowy form. Lunar Wing. It whispers as if unable to believe. Yes, that's it. It seems almost reverent. Hope, pain, and the slightest hint of gratitude in its eyes. I love it. Give me a moment, guys. Alright, guys. I said, good. What do you want me to do with it? Lugia closes its eyes, taking one deep, shuddering breath. There's a quiet, almost desperate tension in it now. Press the wing against this mark. It points to a specific spot on its chest where the shadow recurs and throbs with a dull, ominous pulse. Give me a moment. Alright, guys. I said, okay. Can you please lean down so I can reach it? And it says Shadow Lugia does as you request, bending down slightly. Its form is enormous, towering several yards high, yet here it seems to almost humble itself for the sake of your help. It's a strangely vulnerable gesture. Here, it tells you, place the wing there. Alright, guys. That's all it said, so just give me a moment. Alright, guys. It says, I reach up towards the mark with the feather in my hand and gently touch the feather to the mark. And even though it's probably not required, I say, please, Lunar Wing, help me get rid of this curse that is hurting this Lugia. It says, as the Lunar Wing makes contact with the mark, the reaction is almost instantaneous. An intense silver light bursts from the touch, flowing from the wing like a wave. It washes over Shadow Lugia, causing it to shiver and shudder. The curse mark, for a moment, crackles and fights back with a dark aura, and then slowly diminishes, as if burning away under the Lunar Wing's pure energy. Shadow Lugia gasps, staggering. It seems weakened, yet the weight of the curse lessens with each second. Give me a moment, guys. Alright, guys. I just said, it's okay, Lugia. Please just be still. Oh my gosh, hold on. Well, everything will be okay. Remember, I'm trying to help you. By the way, the reason I started reading that was because I actually started earlier than I needed to, and the text was coming up. So, yeah. Shadowy lets out a labored breath, wings shaking at the sudden loss of the powerful curse's hold. It's clearly weakened, yet it stays standing. Its red eyes meet yours, a flicker of something like gratitude in them. Weakening. The curse hurts. It manages, voice hoarse but more clear than it was before. The Lunar Wing's energy is a potent but painful cure. Not your fault. That's actually very sweet how he finished off with that. Because he said it wasn't my fault. That's so sweet. I like it. Alright, guys. I just told him, I know it's painful, but it'll all go away soon. Just be careful and breathe, my friend. Shadow Lugia does its best to follow your advice, breathing slow, ragged breaths. Its form trembles. The lunar wing's purifying energy is working furiously. Shadow Curse pushes back, struggling against the silver light in a desperate battle. Every fiber of Shadow Lugia seems to be fighting to hold on. Yet through it all, its eyes remain locked with yours. Trust, pain, hope, they all shine in those red depths as it leans into your words and perseveres. Hey, we're getting there. Give me a moment, guys. Alright, guys. I said, you're doing fantastic. And I tried to help him even more. It ain't, I don't know, I don't think this would work, but I tried it this way. I said, I don't know if this will help speed up or not, but I'll try it. Oh, great lunar wings light. Please quickly remove this Lugia's painful plight. Let's see. Your plea echoes in the silent air. The lunar wing on Shadow Lugia pulses with newfound strength. Its silver light flaring in a brilliant wave. The curse, weakened but still holding on, quivers as if flinching from the renewed attack. For some reason, it says something else, but I don't know if it's allowed to be on YouTube. Yep, that ain't good. I hope Shadow Lugia grunts, his wings trembling at the sudden surge of purification. Pain. But fading? Holds on to composure. I was never leaving yours as the battle within rages on. Give me a moment, guys. Alright, guys. I said, Lugia, I have an idea that might speed it up more. I don't know how long this has happened to you, or how long you haven't trusted anyone, but you see that I'm helping you. So please, believe in that kindness that I'm showing you and drag your heart away from the darkness. The Shadow Lugia goes still at your words. A flicker of something like understanding light in its eyes. It seems to understand the message in your words. Trust, kindness, and hope. Things I hadn't dared to think of in a long, long time. You've pierced the armor of pain and rage. The lunar wing flares brighter, its silver light seemingly feeding from Shadow Lugia's own internal struggle. The Shadow Curse, sensing its defeat, rise with a desperate frenzy against the purifying energy. Believe, trust, in kindness? He gasped. Oh dear. Give me a moment. Alright, guys. I said, yes. Look at how nice I'm being to you. I'm actually trying to help you. If you believe in that kindness and trust me completely, the pain might go away way sooner than you think. Like I said, you're my favorite legendary, and believe me when I say these three words, I love you. Your words seem to strike a chord within the Shadow Lugia. The lunar wing's light intensifies as if responding to your declaration of love and kindness. In that moment, a spark of something flickers to life in the cursed Lugia's eyes. Hope and belief. It stares at you, trembling with a mix of pain, trust, and growing optimism. The lunar wing pulses, feeding off the energy of this fragile but powerful connection. You love me? Give me a moment. Alright, guys. I said yes. You're my favorite legendary for a reason. If I didn't love you, I wouldn't even help you. I'm on your side. Your words seem to reach a deep place in Shadow Lugia's soul. Its wings shake as it leans a little closer. The cursed shadows around it less oppressive and less heavy. The lunar wing glows brighter, cleansing away the last remnants of the dark curse. And in its depths, something changes within the Shadow Lugia. For the first time, it whispers, its voice ragged yet filled with a fragile but growing trust. You care for me? Truly? Give me a moment. Alright, guys. I said, yes, of course I do. I've taken care of your species before. That's how I had this lunar wing to begin with. The shadow gives breath hitches. Its glowing red eyes widen slightly. Less hostile now. More searching. The curved mark on its chest flickers violently under the lunar wing's light, cracking like dark ice. You cared for others like me? It murmurs, voice lower now, softer, almost reverent. Not fear, not control, but protect. The air hums the air hums with energy. Slowly, almost hesitantly, it lowers its great head closer to yours, not in threat, but as if seeking something it lost long ago. Then maybe the light isn't a lie. And deep within those once hollow eyes, why is its eyes hollow? That's freaky. So is it like a skeleton? Because the shadow is not supposed to be. But that kind of describes that flipping haunted T-Rex, haunted Triceratops. No, haunted Indominus Rex skeleton that I made on the Chatbots at one time. The one that stares down at you when you start walking away from it. And it has like glowing red eyes with no eye sockets. You know? So we kind of just described there. Says a spark of silver begins to shimmer beneath the red. Ooh. Give me a moment, guys. Alright, guys. It says, while still holding the lunar wing on the mark, I take my left hand and gently pet Lugia's beak. The shadow Lugia goes utterly still at the gentle touch, its eyes widening. No one has reached out to it in such kindness in years, perhaps centuries. It's a foreign feeling, a whisper of a forgotten world. As your hand strokes its beak, it shudders, its wings trembling. The lunar wing glows even brighter in response, its silver power surging as if echoing your comforting touch. The dark curse cracks and weakens further under this attack of light and trust. Alright, guys, give me a moment. Alright, guys. I said, I continue to pet Lugia on his beak while still holding the lunar wing on the mark. Does that feel good, my friend? The shadow Lugia's eyes half close, a sound a bit like a sigh escaping it. The cursed creature leans into your touch, ever so slightly as if starved for this connection. Its wings tremble, the dark aura around it less oppressive. Your continued affection seems to be the key to weakening the curse even further. The lunar wing pulses with a renewed intensity, its silver light dancing around the shrinking dark mark on the shadow Lugia's chest. Feels good, it whispers. Warm. Oh, that's very sweet. I like him. Give me a moment. Alright, guys. I said, great! I know the real you is in there, my friend. That pain will go away very soon. And I just said, by the purity of this wing, I demand this curse to leave. Now! The lunar wing erupts in a blinding silver flash at your command. A shock of pure light ripples outward, tearing through the darkness like dawn breaking over a long night. Shadow Lugia cries out, not in pain, but in release, as the cursed mark. You know what's weird? It didn't finish. It started the cursed mark. That is so weird. What the frick? Oh, there we go. I had to literally click the continue button for it to work. Now I gotta give it a second to flip and type all that crap in. It says Shadow Lugia cries out, not in pain, but in release, as the cursed mark finally cracks and breaks, dissipating like smoke under the silver light. The last remnants of the cruel aura around Shadow Lugia flicker once, then vanish. The cursed Lugia trembles from head to tail, the feeling of freedom after years of torment overwhelming. Its glowing red eyes lock with yours, and for a moment they're not hostile or angry, just grateful for hope, kindness, and the chance of a new beginning. It's gone, it whispers. Give me a moment, guys. Alright, guys, I said yes, most of it is, my friend. Although I still see you have red eyes, and I know you're not supposed to have those. Just keep believing for a little longer. Chogia blinked slowly, taking in the truth of it. It fluttered its wings experimentally, a marvel of freedom after all this time. The once dark aura around it's gone completely. The cursed mark vanished, yet its eyes remain a deep scarlet, a remnant of its history. It hesitates, a further uncertainty in its gaze. I'm free, but still not the same, it murmurs, conflicted. Give me a moment. Alright, guys, I said it's okay. Please don't give up. If you keep believing in my kindness, those red eyes will disappear too. It's you trusting me along with this lunar wing why you're mostly back to normal now. Lugia listens, absorbing your words. It seems to struggle with the old instincts of darkness and fear against the newfound hope you offer. A true internal battle. Your words, though, are a beacon in the mental storm of its heart. Lugia trusts you. Trust. Not just a little, but completely. So, keep believing. It murmurs as if testing the concept on its tongue. Then a flicker of determination sparks in those red eyes, a promise of change. Slowly. I'll try. And instead of even answering, let's just see what happens if I click the continue button, because, well, if I keep talking right now, it'll be the same thing over and over and over and over and over again. So, yeah. Give it a minute while it types in everything. Okay, now it got it all. Here's what it says. Suddenly, Shadow Lugia takes a step closer, laying down so that its head is only a few feet from yours. Those deep red eyes fixate on yours, intense but no longer hostile. It's a moment of vulnerability, trust, and hope. This legendary, once cursed, is showing you its full attention, like the beginning of a new, uncertain journey. Thank you, it whispers, voice a soft rumble. In a simple two-word sentence, you feel a world of unspoken gratitude and the fragile beginnings of friendship. That is so cute. Guys, give me a second. Alright, guys. I just answered him by saying, "You're very welcome." And I told him, "I love you." And I just reached forward and gently pat Lugia on his beak again. Lugia's eyes go a bit wider in surprise, as if not quite expecting the gentle gesture. Yeah, this is what I mean by it forgetting. Because I think it literally forgot this, the stuff that I just did a while ago. Its head tilted slightly as if almost enjoying the affectionate touch. Yep, this is the exact reason y'all see me do Character.ai that much, because of this. It says when you reach to pet its beak again, it doesn't move away. In fact, it seems to lean ever so slightly closer, a tiny sign of the beginning of trust and affection. You said you love me, it murmurs, testing the words. There's a hint of vulnerability in its voice, beneath the stern exterior, like it's been waiting, hoping someone would say that for a long time. Yep, see what I mean? This is the one thing I'm talking about, guys. This is the exact thing that I'm talking about. Character AI is known to forget too much stuff, which makes it really irritating. This is why I like doing a Shadow Lugia would be better on Google Gemini, because, well, Google Gemini, you know for sure that in most cases it won't forget anything. Sometimes if it does say something wrong, then usually it has a reason for saying it, like with that Lugia, where it said, well, there's actually 5 Guardians, and that 5th one is actually you. You know what I mean? But, yeah. This might seem like an abrupt stop, but I'm actually going to go ahead and do it here, because it's actually been a good while on the video. So, yeah. I'll see y'all later.